There is a lot of useless advice out there that just doesn't work. However, this does. Get ahead of your opposition. It really does work, so give it a try by checking out the link in the description below.
The question, how do I get more replies from my cover letter in Upwork, the world's largest online workplace? Answer by Igor Katusik. The problem is, Camille, that you're in pretty much overcrowded niche. That means that you have to make an effort to stick from the crowd. You have two weapons in your arsenal for doing that. One is optimal, not great, good, quality, but optimal, portfolio sample, that shares close similarity with the project you're bidding on. Second is, as you already know, your cover letter. To increase your conversion rate, do the following. Before you compose the proposal, study both project's requirements and the client. You need to clearly see the problem the client is asking a solution for. See the solution or even few. After all, we are talking about design. Open your proposal with a paragraph that clearly shows how you, in fact, do understand the core problem. If possible, use 12 phrases used by the client to trigger association. Follow with the paragraph where you'll push your expertise and experience in the focus and hook the client by mentioning some name/brand they hired you in the past for almost exactly the same project. Leave a link to that exact portfolio sample. Again, make sure it's the most optimal, because this is where you've been probably losing on conversion rates. Showcasing something that can't associate client with this/your project. Point your finger in a possible problem with the entire concept and offer the solution, which will clearly prove that you have an extended experience in that, i.e., page loading time, rendering, manipulation, etc. Now comes the important part, hook the client by asking provocative question. Something like, and this really depends on your tone and style. Most people shy away from concepts, but those who dare ultimately win. Want to see something brand new that would fit right in? Of course, this type of question implies that you actually do have some out-of-the-box concept that might be interesting and useful in the project. If you don't have any, think of something else. And with a short bio, avoid too much bragging and perhaps leave the link to your web or feedback. As you could see, it all fits in 120,200 words. Short, concise, time-saving, points to main concerns every client has when choosing most optimal contractor. It suggests that you go a bit deeper into the matter and see how exactly to profile the entire deal, so you'd be able to adjust your tone and style. Keep in mind that some folks just like essays, poems, short links, assertiveness, esquissing and numerous other proposal styles. It's up to you to profile the client. Learn how to do that, Camille. Hope this will help you increase the conversion rate of your cover letters, Camille. Remember, everything starts with due diligence. Take care and all the best. Answer by Emily de la Pena. The worst thing an online freelancer can do for a cover letter is to write a generic cover letter which is copied and pasted into numerous job applications. I can spot these straight away. I would say about 60% of cover letters I receive are generic, respond to unique requirements of the job brief. If you are experienced in this type of service, you should be able to pick what makes this job unique or challenging. Address these points outright and highlight how you are best positioned to deal with these intricacies, e.g., similarities with past jobs. Ask the client questions to clarify any vague details in the job brief. I appreciate when the freelancer can add value and pays attention to the job requirements and my needs as a client. Your profile should highlight your niche skills, hard and soft skills, past work experience, and relevant client testimonials. It is a common error for beginners to market themselves as a generalist. However, credibility is built on niche offerings and specialist expertise rather than someone who claims they can do everything. Write concisely. As a client, I don't have time to waste and want to know the important details quickly. I quickly get an impression of the freelancer from skimming the text. Be a master of written English. This doesn't appear to be an issue with you, but for others considering online freelancing, reading this response, it may be. Your ability to communicate is the package in which you deliver your freelancing skills as a product. Develop our written communication skills. Learn to recognize the different tones that clients use and mimic how they communicate, whether it's formal, professional, or friendly. Communication is key to understanding client needs and delivering an outstanding customer service. Online reputation can be quickly assessed based on how many 5 stars, or similar rating system, a freelancer has on their profile. I am reluctant to hire a freelancer with no stars. Unless I'm struggling to find a freelancer who can deliver to strict timeframes and the value of the project is not too much. The volume of 5 stars you have means that other clients have been satisfied with the quality of your work. It also means that you have a lot to lose from delivering poorly. This is valued highly in the online freelancer marketplace. However, the quality of your portfolio and client testimonials may negate this beginner's issue. Submit relevant samples of your work. A helpful extra would be to provide and highlight relevant and specific client testimonials. Know your limits. Don't claim to be able to do everything. If a client asks whether you can do an additional task, be honest and clarify where you have expertise and where you have no experience in the task. They may be testing to see whether you find it difficult to say no or whether you claim to provide services outside of your domain. This is not a common issue in English-speaking cultures, but it can be an important point in cultures that have difficulty saying no. I often hire multiple freelancers to complete many jobs before selecting the best freelancer/S for the bigger job or ongoing job. I use the many jobs as a test to see how the freelancer works and communicates. Depending on the service you provide, if you are offering a premium service and targeting premium end clients, you may be interested in improving your online professional brand by having a complete, comprehensive and engaging link. In Profile and or a blog tag provides a more comprehensive portfolio and client testimonials to further support to your freelancer platform profile. Answer by Jason Barber. Generic cover letters are meaningless. Create specific letters that match the job description perfectly. Takes more effort, but the results will be better. Stop being a generalist and narrow your scope to go after a specialized niche. Meaning you do UI design for specific software or web pages, medical, fintech or whatever. Niche, niche, niche. Don't ever wake up again and try to do any bullshit work crossing over into every domain. You're chasing your tail and exhausting yourself. Review all of the jobs you've completed and see if there is a distinct market you've been serving. Only serve that market. Be the go-to guy/gal for their market. Don't mass apply to every UI job. Only 1,020% of the jobs on Upwork are worth pursuing. Figure out what those jobs are and apply to them. If customers aren't giving you repeat business, it could mean one of two things. Your work may not be that great, so they don't come back for more. They only have one-off projects to offer. You want to impress client by doing small projects incredibly well with hopes of getting invited in on larger projects. Overpromise, overdeliver, and always give that extra feature they were not expecting. Be faithful and aid the small stuff before you're given the keys to the big work. Best of luck to you.